What's up, guys? Welcome back to What's That STD? Today, our guest today is pubic lice.
How you guys doing?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
COVID?
Yeah, sorry.
Of course.
So, pubic lice. Do you have any nicknames like?
Well, my name is Pubic Lice, first and last. But my friends call me Krabs. But in this case, you can call me Mr. Lice.
Okay, Mr. Lice. Who do you most often affect?
I affect almost everyone because I am a worldwide disease and occur in all races and ethnicities. I tend to bounce from person to person through sexual activity. I can also be found in the eyebrows of very young children, and this sometimes indicates that there's some sort of sexual abuse or something going on, you know? But yeah, for the most part, that's it.
Okay. How many people are usually affected by you?
Well, I am a person-to-person type of guy, you know? I do not affect the whole area because I am exposed through sexual activity, and if my memory serves me right, not everyone is having sexual activity, right? Moving on. On average, I am found at a 2% rate across the world, and between a 1.4% and 4.6% on average. I can also say that nearly 70 to 80% of adults take me off of them.
Dang, that's quite high numbers, and you knew those pretty well. Do you typically present any signs or symptoms to your victims, I guess?
Of course I present signs and symptoms. What kind of STD would I be without those?
Yeah, you're right.
I present itching in the groin and pubic area, but I do not transmit any diseases. The itching can lead to scratching in the area, which can also lead to skin infections. Yeah, I know, gross. Sometimes you can see me, and again, I can be found in the eyebrow, eyelash, beard, and mustache area in children.
We went over all this, but let me ask, how are you transmitted between people?
Well, I'm transmitted through sexual activity and sexual conduct. I can also be transmitted through clothing, bed lining, and other apparel items, but this is really unlikely, you know.
How are you diagnosed, or how is the victim diagnosed with you, I guess?
I am diagnosed very easily. I look more like a crab, whereas normal lice doesn't typically look like a crab, so it's fairly easy to differentiate the both. You can either spot me with a naked eye, or you could use a magnifying glass in the pubic region when getting checked out and tested.
So when people are diagnosed with this, they might feel like the world is ending. Is it curable?
Unfortunately, I am curable. If one has pubic lice, meaning me, they will be treated with lice-killing lotions and shampoos that contain chemicals specific to killing me and only me. These are available over the counter at local pharmacies anywhere. Maybe I shouldn't have said that last part, but just for you guys.
Oh, okay. You were saying some stuff that wasn't really meant for the viewers, but how can you be prevented?
Well, do not have sex without being safe and using safety mechanisms in order to reduce the chances of getting me or any other STD, because trust me, you do not want them. Going back to what I was saying, also, you might want to wash your clothes and just take care of your bodies, because I know you dirty animals out there taking showers maybe twice a week. Don't do that if you don't want me.
Are you a one-man show? Do you have a partner in crime?
I stated earlier, I don't transmit any diseases and can only move from person to person through sexual contact. I can, however, lead to infections due to scratching in the infected area, but I am a one-man show.
Okay. Do you have any hidden talents?
I've been everywhere. Like, I was on Trey Songz and all the Trey Songz of the world, and I go all the way to the Leticia Johnsons of the world. Like, I've been everywhere. I am everywhere.
Wow, that must have been great. How would you make an impact on the environmental dimensions of wellness?
I would make an impact on the environmental dimension of wellness because I would cause people not to want to go out and interact with the nature and environment around them because of the lowered self-esteem brought upon them by contracting me and STD. People will be more introverted because they got me from being extroverted. They will also be aware of their surroundings in order to make sure they are safe and healthy. They might not be as respectful and joyful to like total strangers because, come on now, they got me from total strangers.
Well, we all have a bunch of STDs coming in on our talk show, but what makes you different than the other STDs that we have on the show?
What makes me different and stand out from the other ones is that I'm more of a physical presence and agitation rather than a disease. because I am not life-threatening and I don't transmit any diseases as most other STDs do. I also do not infect anything on the inside because, again, I'm a disease found in the pubic region, which is external on the body.
What makes you worthy of being crowned the big STD?
I mean, I am worthy of being the big or Mr. STD because, for starters, I'm the coolest looking STD out there. Come on now, I'm a crab. I also am not going to kill anyone or ruin their sex lives, but rather scare them just for a little bit. So you should definitely vote for me.
Okay, and before we jump over to commercial, I have one last question for you. If you had any wish, what would it be?
Man, this is a tough one. If I had one wish, it would be to be transmitted to Scarlett Johansson. I mean, I don't really need to explain. You know why.
Yeah, we don't need to dig too much into that. Well, thank you, Pubic Lice, for being here today.
Oh, thank you for having me, and thank you, audience. I mean, this was a great time, and I hope to see you guys real soon.
Yeah, next time, we're going to be meeting with syphilis.
God,
See you then.
I hate that guy. All right, word. That's cool.